good, YouTube? It's your boy Damian Cryer, and I am back with another video. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed, and amazing Tuesday today. Today is Tuesday. Yes, it is. Today is Tuesday, the 29th. See, I try to bring you guys videos the same exact day that I record the videos because I'll be wanting to make sure that I bring you guys content every single day. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. I'm doing okay, man. I had a pretty amazing day today. Just been trying to keep things busy and keep everything moving forward as far as trying to stay healthy, trying to eat right, and most part trying to become a better person. So I was asked to do a Q&A on my channel. So today I decide to bring you guys a Q&A. I'm actually going to be reading some of the questions from my phone. I actually had another Q&A that I had put a community tab out last week about, but unfortunately I was unable to do that Q&A at that time or at this time, but I still kept my word. I'm still going to give you guys a Q&A. This one I'm going to do without actually mentioning names, because I know like a lot of people, when they leave me comments, they don't, a lot of people don't really want to hear their name mentioned like that unless you actually get permission. So again, I'm going to be reading some questions from my phone, probably like 8 to 10 of them. And also, guys, if you have not subscribed to the Cryer family, don't forget to turn that bell on. That way you are not only subscribed to the channel, you also have a chance to get a shout out. But in order to get a shout out, you must turn on the other bell with the vibrating symbol. That way, every time, I mean every time I upload a video on the Cryer family, you will get the notifications. And I know a lot of people be like, I'm first. Guys, you know what? It don't matter who's first, second, or third. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Oops, excuse me, for just showing up, man. And that means more to me than anything. You guys are the reason why I continue to do what I do every day. I strive to make myself a better person. I try to strive to make myself a role model for you guys. I strive to make myself a motivator for you guys, to continue just to try to bring you guys the most uplifting, positive, and funny content that I can come with, guys. So if you have a video suggestion, man, leave me a comment in the comment section down below after the video. And you know I'm going to make it happen, whether it's a cooking video, a vlog, a prank, a grocery store shopping haul, or whatever the case is. And I even do reactions, guys. Now, just before I start this Q&A, I want to let you guys know I do read your comments, and I do take your comments to heart, and I take them very seriously. I did ask months ago if you guys think I should start a reaction channel. At the time I asked, I was at like 160,000 subscribers. Now I'm like close to 300,000. I think I'm like 9,000 and some change away from 300K. So now that I have a lot of new subscribers who joined the Cryer family, thank you guys for that. I'm still thinking about starting that reaction channel. So please leave me a comment in the comment section after this video and let me know if you think that I should still start that reaction channel, because guys, as you guys know, I love doing reaction videos. It's something I just love doing them, man. They are so funny. That way I can know exactly which direction I want to go as far as keep doing reactions on the Cryer family or start a separate channel for reactions only. I know a while back someone said, hey, can you do a channel that's solely surrounded by nothing but mukbangs? But guys, I'm gonna keep it real. Your boy loving his weight. I'm loving the skin that I'm in, you know, and I just really don't want to eat all that food and get overweight at 50 years old. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to miss a blessing, you know. But anyway, before we get into this video, man, I want to thank you guys for all of the wonderful comments that you guys constantly leave on the Cryer family. Even the people who leave the negative comments, your comments are welcome too. That's why I never ever close my comment section, and I most likely never will close my comment section. So the first question is, they just came straight out swinging. Okay, everybody already knows that I am the dad of Damon Prince Jr. Yes, I am his dad. I'm his biological dad. I'm his real dad. I'm his father. So some people's like, you know, I actually did a video like this a while back and answered this question, but as you get new people who join the family, join your channel, they don't know and they don't go all the way back to watch 800 videos. So yes, I am Damon Prince's dad. people have asked, why is your last name different from Damon Prince's last name? And I'm gonna tell you guys, the reason why my name is different from Damon's last name is because me and Damon's mom, we weren't actually legally married, but we were together. And when you with someone long enough, y'all actually call yourself married. A lot of you guys can concur with that. So Damon actually has his mom's last name, which comes from Damon's grandfather. And I actually have my mom's last name, Cryer, which actually came from my mom's husband at the time when my mom was married years ago. So me and Damon's mom at the time that Damon was born, we both decided to just name him Damon Antoine, which is two of my names. Damon's is spelled with the E, mine is spelled with the I. D-A-M-I-E-N, mine is spelled D-A-M-I-O-N. I'm sorry, yes, the E and the I, that's the difference. And he has my middle name, which is Antoine, A-N-T-W-O-N. And so we both agreed to give Damon my first name, my middle name, and his family's last name. So that's what happened with that situation. Now, had me and Damon's mom been married at the time of his birth, then of course his name would be just like Darren's, his last name would be Cryer. Now you notice all of my boys have the middle name Antoine because they all carry my middle name. And so I'm very honored to that, and I would encourage, you know, like a lot of fathers want their kids to have their name, their full name, but I know that there is some confusion like on birth certificates or on credit reports or something, because sometimes my credit report is pulled and sometimes some of Damon's stuff actually pops up and I'm like, no, that's my son. And I have to, you know, go through all this stuff of proving, you know, who I am and this and that. So that's always been like a struggle. Okay, so I hope I was able to answer that question for the person who asked me about that in the comment sections on previous videos. The next question was, how old were you, Mr. Cryer, when you got shot? I was 27 years old, guys, when I was shot. I was shot in 2000. Oh my God, was it 2006 or 2007? It had to be 2007 because I was 27 years old. And yes, so I was 27 years old when I got shot. As you guys know, I ran with street gangs back in the day. You guys know my story from watching my YouTube videos. I don't really have anything to hide when it comes to like things that happened to me in my personal life. So yes, I was shot 6 times, guys. I got hit in the back, the arm, the butt. Most of the bullets went straight through me. I was lucky enough to survive it, and I'm not gonna play like I was the innocent victim in this because I was in the street and I was doing wrong. And I guess you can say at the time, I kind of got what I deserved because I was out there doing wrong. And when you run with the street gangs and you're out there, you know, dealing with drugs and stuff, whether you're selling them or, you know, holding on to them for somebody, you're still out there putting yourself in a position to end up getting robbed, shot, or even worse than that. So when I got shot, it took me almost a year and a half to actually, no, I'm sorry. It took me almost a year and 3 months to actually start back walking regularly. Because when I first got out the hospital, I was walking with a walker. And in my mind, I didn't think I would be able to walk like straight again. So it took like a year and 3 months of therapy for me to actually start back walking. And it took maybe 2 or 3 years after that for me to make a full 100% recovery. So I'm thankful that no major arteries were hit during the time that I got shot. I'm glad that I wasn't paralyzed during my shooting incident, because you hear a lot of victims of shootings and stuff, they don't recover 100%. A lot of them wind up in wheelchairs, brain dead, with limbs missing. And you know, that's one of the reasons why I don't like 4th of July, because when I hear fireworks, I'm still a little bit shell shocked from when the bullets hit me. So hearing that loud firecracker noise and stuff, it still bothers me to a certain extent. Now, I did pop firecrackers with my grandkids earlier this year, as you see in the video on my son's channel. Grandpa was out there popping fireworks, you know, but at the same time, I was still a little nervous, running and stuff. Every time I lit the little thing and it started, I took off running really, really fast. I was sweating. And the sweat wasn't because it was hot outside. I was sweating because my butt was scared. I was scared. So that's what ended up happening, and it happened in 2007. This is 2000. Yes, so it's been many, many years ago, probably before a lot of you guys were even born. So moving on to the next one. Damian Cryer, how do you feel about having twin boys? Well, that has been the big question that a lot of people have been asking me. And I'm gonna answer, guys. I can honestly tell you that, you know, being at my age, you know, I'm very honored to know that I can still produce kids, first and foremost. You know, because people think that when you get a certain age, that you're dried up, that you can't squirt or bust. Get it? You can't squirt or bust. I'm here to tell you guys, at 50 years old, we still have the same tools that we had at 20 years old. It's the God's honest truth. People don't believe that, but trust me, it's true, man. At 50 years old, we are 100% good in that department. So, getting on, I'm very happy to know that I have a set of twin boys on the way. I was asked that, are you more happy to have boys than you are to have twin girls? And my answer to that question, guys, is I'm extremely happy with whatever God has blessed us with to have. Whether it's two boys, whether it's two girls, you know, they're gonna still be treated very, very nicely. They're still gonna be spoiled. They're gonna still be raised the right way. So I would say, you know, I'm very, very excited to know that I'm having twin boys, especially again at my age, because even though that all of our tools work very well at 50, we still don't know that we can still produce kids at age 50. So I was asked before the pregnancy even occurred that, do I still want to have kids one day? And I had asked, I mean, my answer was basically like, yes, you know, I still want another kid. I would love to have another kid. And I also expressed that I would love to have another daughter because I have 5 boys and 1 daughter. I'm sorry, I have 4 boys and one daughter. So sometimes my daughter, you know, she feels lonely without a sister, but I often wonder how my daughter would have reacted knowing that she has a sister on the way, because she don't, you know, she has a sister on her mom's side, but she does not have a sister on her dad's side. Being that you guys know that my 12-year-old son, Darian, is the youngest so far on all of them. He won't be the youngest for long, you know, but that's what it is. So, next question. This message actually came from a guy. I'm just gonna say Mike. He asked, how does it feel living the bachelor life? So I don't really know like 100% what he meant by how does it feel to live the bachelor life, because he didn't go into details. But basically, I'm gonna just give my hypothesis of what I think he means by how does it feel to be a bachelor. If he means how does it feel to like live on my own, live by myself, because you got like a lot of people, they live with each other. A lot of people refuse to live by themselves. I'm just one of those guys. I guess it works for me. I don't like it all the time, you know, like living by myself, but I feel like that I'm able to do things that I need to do when I live by myself. I've never been one of those guys to ask for permission. I guess that's probably, you know, why I've had some ungood situations that happened in my past life, long time ago. Not current, just long time ago in my life. You know, waking up in the morning, sometimes it doesn't hurt to wake up with somebody, a significant other. Of course, that's always a good feeling. You can roll over and grab those cheeks, you know what I'm saying? And, good morning, baby. But sometimes there's a downside to that too, because sometimes when you and two people live together, y'all can smother each other out, especially with the COVID going on. And from what I'm hearing, the numbers of COVID is going back up. So there might possibly be another quarantine. So when you have like situations like quarantine, you guys are around each other so much that y'all can smother each other out, which could cause a problem. So I think in my first time living on my own, being a bachelor, was in 2017 when I ended up moving out on my own, and I moved into an apartment in Indiana. And that's when the reality hit me. But I think because I had been living by myself for so long, I just wouldn't feel right actually living with someone else. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's the only way that I can describe it. Now, does living alone and being a bachelor, does it have its perks? Absolutely, it has its perks. Absolutely. And I'm going to give you guys a prime example of what I mean. It has its perks. So me, I like to eat fish. I love to eat fish and shrimp. So my house is always smelling like seafood. And I know a lot of women do not like that stuff. They don't want their house and their clothes smelling like seafood all the time. So that's one of the perks. I get to cook fish all the time and leave the pot on the stove overnight without getting my ass chewed out. So that's one of the perks. And one of the other perks, I guess, is, I don't know, I'll be watching like a lot of movies and I'll be having the TV loud as hell, man. And I guess that helps me sleep because the TV is loud as hell. So that's one of the perks I get by living on my own and just like doing my own thing. But do I feel good every day because I live alone? Do sometimes I be like wanting to like have, you know, my significant other here or something like that? Of course I do. Of course I do. But sometimes it, you know, things don't always work out like that. So that's how I deal with being a bachelor. And then like, it also lets me know that, you know, I'm able to do all the things that as I was coming up, people said I would never be able to do. Like pay my own bills, have my own house, have my own car, be able to go grocery shopping on my own. I'm able to do all the things that people doubted me and said that I couldn't do. And now here it is, I'm sitting here in my own house. And you know, I'm probably finna get ready to, well, I don't really wanna say too much because you tell a plan, you plan to fail. But, so yes, being a bachelor does have its own perks. So the next question is, ooh, my phone's upside down. After the twins are born, do you plan on having any more kids? Well, that's a very good question. And I would say this right here. I did want another child before I found out that I was having twins, but I was not expecting to have twins. Now that, you know, this is in front of me, and I know that I am having twins here sometime here soon, next 4 months maybe, if not sooner, I can honestly say I probably do want at least one more child. Again, I'm an older man. I'm not going to be around long. I definitely would want my kids to carry my legacy, my name, you know, some sign that I existed, somebody to keep my name alive. Damian Cryer, you know, somebody to be able to have and enjoy the things that I worked so hard to achieve in my life. So that way that they won't have to struggle like I had to struggle, you know what I'm saying? But I would say maybe one more kid. And if I had to guess based on history, it probably won't be a girl, it'll probably be another boy. Because for some reason, I produce boys and they all look just like me. Just like the two that I'm about to have, they're probably most likely gonna look just like their dad. And they're probably gonna piss their mom off all the time. Every time she look at them, she gotta see my ugly ass. Oh my God. Okay. Moving on. The next question is, somebody asked me this question a long time ago, and now this question has resurfaced again. Will you ever move to any other state? Or would you move back to India? Okay, would I ever move to any other state, or would I move back to Indiana? I would say this right here. I moved to Houston to start a whole new life, you know, and so far my goal is just about accomplished. And I would say this is my home now. If I did move again, it probably would be to Vegas. I mean, somewhere where it's gonna be warm. I just will not move back to the Midwest because my body has gotten so used to the climate change, with it being warm all year round. And even when it's winter time in Texas, it's still like 50s and 60 degrees, 70 degrees. I don't have to worry about that sub-zero weather like we have back in the Midwest, where I was originally born and raised at and where I'm from. So I don't really want to go back to the cold climate because, again, me being shot multiple times, you know, I still have arthritis when it gets really cold outside. A lot of you guys may not know what that is until you get older. But I just like, I don't know. It would have to be somewhere warm. California has never crossed my mind. I mean, California for me, there is just so many freaking wildfires there, man. I would just be scared that I'd be driving down the street and the damn street I'm driving on just catch on fire. So I don't know, but I would know that Indiana probably would not be my next stopping destination if I did move out of Houston. Again, there's nothing wrong with Indiana. I love where I'm from. It's just not for me anymore. I mean, I gave Indiana 48 years of my life. And so I think while I still have breath in my body, I'm going to try to navigate a little bit and try to just explore and see what's out there for Damien, because the world is a big place and I don't really see myself going backwards. I only see myself going forward. So me moving back to Indiana, I would feel like that I'm taking a huge leap in reverse. And I'm one of those guys, you know, I don't go in reverse that much. I like to keep going forward. And if I do go in reverse, sometimes it's for a very, very special or specific reason why I made the choice to go in reverse. So that's that. This video is kind of longer than I thought it would. So I'm gonna just do one more. Mr. Pryor, oh, they spelled my name with a P. Mr. Pryor. Mr. Pryor, would you ever get married again? Well, that's a very, very good question. But, you know, when I got married the very first time, I said I would never get married. I said I would never get married when I got married the very first time. And when I got married, everybody was surprised because I was the one talking hella stuff. I'll never get married, man. I don't trust these females, man. Heck with that, man. But I wound up getting married. I wound up doing exactly what I said I would not do. So who knows what God has in store for me? Because I did say at one time that I would not ever get married, and I found out that I was actually wrong. I actually lied to no one but myself. So sometimes that's that saying, like, who are you trying to convince, me, or are you trying to convince us or yourself? So I guess at the time I was trying to convince myself or everybody else that I wouldn't get married, and I ended up married for 13 years, in a relationship for 15, and was married for 13 years. Me, I never thought I would have got married. So the answer to that question is, I'm not for sure if I ever will get married again. Matter of fact, I'm not even for sure if marriage is even in the cards for me right now, being that I have so much that I need to work on within myself. You know, would I want to get married again one day? Yes, you know, but do I believe that I still need work on myself? Yes, I believe that I still need to work on myself. I still have things that I need to work on in my personal life in order to become a better man for a good woman out there. You know, so I don't really know if it's in the cards for me, because none of us know what God has planned for us. We don't know what God has planned for us. So all I'm gonna say is that, you know, maybe one day it'll happen. Maybe one day it'll happen and I won't even see it coming. You know, but if that's what God has in the cards for me, then I will let nature take its course. Until then, it's something that I'm not gonna go out here and just look for. Right now, I'm very content with my current situation. As a matter of fact, I'm extremely content with my current situation. I'm not really on the market to look for any dates or anything, or I'm just pretty much just focused on what I have in front of me, which is, again, I have life coming into the world. So that's really where my focus is at right now. But again, whatever happens in the near future, if it happens, it happens. Great. If it doesn't happen, it's still great. It's still a win-win no matter what. I just think, you know, it's just all about what's in those playing cards for Damian Cryer. Well, guys, listen, I done took up plenty of your time today. I appreciate you guys sitting back watching this video with me on this Tuesday evening. And I love you guys, man. If you have any video suggestions that you want me to do, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. And I'm gonna do my best to make that video happen for you guys. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.